Buried for millennia, a glittering Roman treasure hoard whispers secrets from the past. Journey across Britain's west coast with archaeologists on a thrilling quest to unearth the past. Witness history come alive as they unearth a 2,000-year-old Roman trove, the largest ever found on British soil. This unprecedented discovery promises to rewrite the narrative of the Roman invasion, but our exploration doesn't stop there. We'll also travel to Salisbury Plain to witness the unearthing of hidden trenches that revolutionized our understanding of World War I. Did British soldiers truly go into battle unprepared? Archaeology may hold the key. Join us as we delve into these captivating discoveries and discover the secrets buried beneath the earth. Prepare to be amazed by the unearthed riches and the stories they tell. Britain's west coast holds buried secrets waiting to be unearthed. Our first journey takes us near Stonehenge, a prehistoric monument shrouded in mystery. Archaeologists stumbled upon an incredible find, a double henge, two circular ditches previously unknown to history. This discovery suggests a vast ritualistic landscape existed around Stonehenge, far grander than previously imagined. Analysis of pottery fragments dates the double henge to the same period as Stonehenge itself, around 3,000 years ago. Unearthed pits containing tools, strange chalk balls, and even the bone of an auroch, a giant prehistoric cow, offer tantalizing clues about the rituals performed at this newfound site. While across Salisbury Plain, a different kind of excavation sheds light on a more recent historical period. A century-old map unearthed a surprising detail about World War I. The map suggests that elaborate trenches replicating German fortifications were built on the plain to train soldiers for the horrors of trench warfare. Archaeologists put the map to the test, meticulously excavating the area. Their findings were astonishing. A network of trenches, complete with shelters, machine gun positions, and even evidence of barbed wire supports. The sheer scale and detail of the training ground challenged the perception that British soldiers were ill-prepared for the brutal realities of the Somme offensive. Evidence like latrines and worn pathways suggest these trenches weren't just for show, but heavily used by large numbers of troops. This discovery rewrites the narrative of World War I soldier training, revealing a far more comprehensive and realistic approach than previously believed. What if everything we thought we knew about the training of World War I soldiers was wrong? Here, we unveil a hidden chapter of military history. The scale of the training ground on Salisbury Plain is staggering. It stretches for hectares, a vast landscape dedicated to preparing soldiers for the horrors of trench warfare. This map, lost for a century, would have remained hidden, and we wouldn't have known the immense effort put into recreating such a realistic trench system. A discovery that rewrites World War I history and changes the notion of poorly trained soldiers. These men, in 1915, were receiving the best possible training, a testament to the general's commitment to preparing them for the battles of 1916. This dispels the myth of naive soldiers marching into battle with broomsticks only to face certain death on the Somme. Even practicing trench warfare on the Salisbury Plain must have been a miserable experience. But what can archaeology tell us about the lives of these men who trained here? These artifacts, on display in the lab, offer a glimpse into the routines of the men who trained here. A dented tin of condensed milk hints at the comfort of a hot drink in the cold and wet trenches. Another find, a tin of sardines, reminds us of the meager rations they endured. These everyday items humanize the experience, making the training trenches seem less sterile and more relatable. One particularly moving artifact is a piece of chalk carved with the inscription, Liverpool Regiment. This simple act by a bored soldier becomes a powerful link to the past. It connects us to these individuals and their stories, a powerful reminder of the human cost of war. Following their training, these men went on to fight in the first day of the Somme. Remarkably, they fared relatively well, taking their objectives with minimal casualties. However, this success proved short-lived. Just weeks later, the Liverpool Pals, those eager young volunteers, had suffered over 1,000 casualties, a shocking 1 in 4. Such personal relics bring history vividly to life, much like the discovery of a massive Roman coin hoard in a man's fish pond backyard. The discovery of this massive Roman coin hoard is a fascinating glimpse into the later days of the Roman Empire. Over 11,500 coins, primarily from the reign of Constantine the Great, offer a historical record through their types and markings. But what secrets do these ancient coins hold about our past? The presence of a single early Roman coin depicting Romulus and Remus, alongside a coin representing Constantinople, the new eastern capital of the empire, highlights the vast time frame covered by the horde. However, the debased quality of the later coins, made with minimal silver content, suggests a declining empire struggling economically. Intriguingly, none of the coins appear to be of British origins. Marks on their bottoms reveal a diverse geographical spread, from Antioch in Turkey to locations in Croatia. This points to Roman Britain's connection with a broad network across Europe during this period of relative peace. However, what motivations drove the burial of such a vast amount of coin? Perhaps it was an attempt to hide them, a form of personal banking, or a fear of impending raids. The Roman withdrawal from Britain in the 4th century AD left the coins untouched, and whoever buried them there never returned to claim their wealth. This discovery sheds light on a period often referred to as the Dark Ages, a time of uncertainty following the Roman withdrawal. The next excavation promises to offer more enigmatic clues about how our ancestors navigated this upheaval. The archaeologists at Merlin's Cave have unearthed a fascinating glimpse into how a Dark Age community navigated a time of upheaval. They discovered not only a forgotten burial ground, but also a unique funerary practice combining elements of Christianity with a reverence for their prehistoric ancestors. 2 burials were found outside the cave, laid out in a Christian manner with arms folded across the pelvis. However, each was accompanied by a bone from inside the cave, suggesting a connection to the prehistoric inhabitants. Analysis of one skeleton revealed a tall, well-fed man in his 50s or 60s, possibly someone entrusted with guarding the gate's contents. The archaeologist leading the dig believes these burials represent a way of honoring both their ancestors and the cave itself, which has been seen as sacred for millennia. This unique blend of Christian and prehistoric rituals reflects the complex religious landscape of the Dark Ages, a period of change and adaptation. The community at Merlin's Cave, likely native Britons rather than Anglo-Saxons, was adapting to Christianity while holding onto elements of their traditions. This discovery highlights the diversity of beliefs and practices during this time when people weren't uniformly adopting Christianity across Britain. Meanwhile, a new excavation at Tintagel in Cornwall is challenging the notion of the Dark Ages as a time of decline. Archaeologists investigating the island's rich Dark Age history hope to separate fact from legend surrounding King Arthur's mythical conception there. While the medieval castle ruins are a well-known landmark, previous excavations hinted at a large Dark Age settlement. The 2016 dig aimed to explore previously untouched areas to learn more about this settlement. Their findings were astonishing. Uncovering a possible floor layer on the eastern terrace, they quickly realized there were distinct flat terraces with slopes between them. Hopes of finding Dark Age buildings were dashed as further digging revealed no trace of structures, suggesting the terraces might have been used for cultivation plots. While the Roman withdrawal often paints a picture of decline, a stunning discovery on the south of the island tells a different story. Here, archaeologists unearthed large terraces with substantial walls, leading to a building with steps. This monumental structure, the first significant Dark Age building ever unearthed in Britain, boasted massive 1-meter-thick rock walls. Intrigued by the building's purpose, the archaeologists found a rubbish pit containing animal jawbones, possibly from a Dark Age feast. More surprising finds suggest a high-status building. A shallow pit held a beautifully crafted glass rim, likely from France. Other foreign goods included pottery from the eastern Mediterranean, indicating trade over vast distances. By day 12, the foundations of a substantial building, 11 meters long and 4 meters wide, were unearthed. The sheer size and quality of foreign goods convinced the team that the people who lived here were wealthy and powerful. This discovery rewrites our understanding of Dark Age Britain, revealing a sophisticated and well-connected community far exceeding expectations. Tintagel, once thought to be little more than a medieval castle ruin, has been transformed by a new archaeological discovery. The unearthed remains of a large, substantial building with walls 1 meter thick point to a far more significant complex. Exotic goods from vast distances, including finely crafted pottery and glassware, suggest a community of great wealth and sophistication. This finding challenges the notion of the Dark Ages as a time of decline in Britain. Rather, Tintagel appears to have been a prosperous center of trade and possibly even a seat of royalty during this period. While no evidence of King Arthur himself has been found, the possibility that Tintagel was a royal court adds another layer of intrigue to the site's history. Meanwhile, archaeologists in South Wales have made a fascinating discovery related to burial practices in the Dark Ages. Erosion along the Pembrokeshire coastline revealed an ancient cemetery containing the remains of adults and children. Infant burials are rare finds from this period, as their small bones tend to decompose quickly. However, the coastal sands at this site have provided exceptional preservation. In a poignant twist of history, an unusually touching discovery was made. A woman buried cradling a baby in her arms. This find, along with the subsequent unearthing of many more infant burials, has shed light on the high mortality rates of children during this time. The large number of carefully positioned white quartz pebbles found on some of the infant graves is particularly intriguing. The purpose of these pebbles remains unclear, but their presence suggests a deliberate ritual and deep emotional connection parents felt for their deceased children. This finding challenges the stereotype that Dark Age people were uncaring of their young. The archaeological evidence suggests a great deal of care was invested in the burials of infants and young children. In conclusion, these recent archaeological discoveries are rewriting our understanding of the Dark Ages in Britain. Tintagel has emerged as a potential Dark Age royal center, with a rich trading network and burial practices in South Wales offer a glimpse into the deep emotional lives of Dark Age parents. Through these and other archaeological finds, we gain a richer and more nuanced understanding of our ancestors and the world they inhabited. Thanks for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating archaeological insights and historical revelations.